networks as we welcome you to Mizzou Arena on the campus of the University of Missouri in Columbia as the Tigers are home for the first time in 15 days, taking on out of the back the Miami Redhawks. Dory Noka, John Sundvold with you. The Redhawks come in, John, on a 2-game winning streak, including dropping 123 a couple of games ago against NAIA Midway.
This team has won a couple overtime games, and the last one at the buzzer, so a little bit of confidence, and they walked in the arena this morning.
As for Missouri, we were talking earlier, you said, I'm going to keep an eye on the senior Jordan Barnett.
I think Barnett has a chance to be an all-league player, first or second team. He's that good, he's that talented. He can score it, he can go above people, he can rebound. Now, he's got to play that way in the entire game. He likes to take a few minutes off. When he is aggressive on offense, he is a beast to stay with.
And with that, we're about to tip things off here between Miami and Missouri. The officials, Anthony Jordan, Brian O'Connell, and Robert Felder. Making the tip, Logan McLean, the senior from Miami, and Jeremiah Tillman, the freshman from Missouri, and the Redhawks start off with the basketball.
Man-to-man defensively by this Mizzou team. Both coaches with Purdue ties. Obviously, Conzo Martin, a longtime player and assistant there. Jack Owens spent 9 years on the sideline. Now his first year with the Miami Redhawks.
Keep a close eye if you're watching Miami. Number 12, number 1 there, Nike Sabandi misses the 3. Number 12, Darian Ringo, junior guard, 6th in the nation. Nearly 8 assists per game. Blake Harris, number 55, starting at point for Missouri, and that is Jordan Barnett. He knows you're watching him.
Again, a tough matchup at 6'7". He strokes it well enough from the outside. You've got to guard him. He can put it on the floor. Great start for Barnett. He coming off the last 3 games of averaging 19 points a ball game.
That shot blocked by Kevin Purrier. And now Blake Harris corrals. Harris guarded by Ringo.
Toughest position to learn in college basketball is that point position. Harris, the freshman, will come in and out of the game because Conzo Martin is in a teaching process with that young man, but a terrific talent. He's got a good feel.
It's one thing Conzo said that like to see improvement on. One, taking care of the basketball, but just a little more consistency at the point. Here's Ringo. Kick out, 3 up, no good from McLean. Rebounded by Ringo, back to McLean inside. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Take a look at Jack Owens, first-year head coach at Miami after a long stint as Purdue assistant under Matt Painter. 9 seasons there. They went to 7 NCAA tournaments. He was a big part of them getting a McDonald's All-American at Purdue. That doesn't happen all the time, but he was the key recruiter in the recruitment of Caleb Swanigan.
Got to Miami after they fired John Cooper, and he had 6 scholarships, and he went out and got some guys, right? You got some freshmen that are playing. The JUCO, Darian Ringo, who has been a terrific addition, so they've got new bodies, new faces. I think, and he felt, talking to Jack Owens today, that they can surprise some people in the MAC.
Athletic.
Yes.
As athletic as they've been in some time, thanks in large part to those 4 freshmen. 3 of them start, and then Ringo, of course, out of junior college.
There'll be no surprises between these 2 coaches. Very Purdue-oriented. Gene Cady, Bruce Weber, Matt Painter, all those guys. Man-to-man defensively. Jack Owens likes the fact that his Redhawks can pick up full court. They've got quickness in the backcourt.
He said a lot of the things you see Conzo Martin do, you'll see me do. With that shared background there in West Lafayette.
Missouri with a size advantage. See if they can take advantage of it.
By the way, the foul back on the other end was on Purrier, so he's got 1, and now he's got a couple of points to go with that foul. 5-0.
Solid start to his junior season. 2 years ago, he was on the All-SEC freshman team. He has been in double figures 6 of the 8 ball games this year.
Miami looking for their first points. Can't get it from Sabandi. Rebound. Back Missouri's way, and Blake Harris slams on the brakes. Baseline jumper not hit by Jeremiah Tillman, one of those Missouri freshmen, and up ahead, Miami is running. Tough play and a nice basket by Nike Sabandi.
You can see what the Redhawks want to do. They want to push, they want to attack. Sabandi, a good one.
Sabandy, the freshman from Indianapolis, that ball off the leg of Harris. All right, we all know Cuonzo Martin back in the SEC. Spent 3 seasons at Tennessee, then went to Cal for 3. Now he's here at Missouri. Asked him, what's the biggest difference from the time you were wearing orange in Knoxville to now? And he simply said, wisdom comes with the territory. You just learn as you go. It's not an easy profession.
If you keep an eye on the television screen and you look at the top, Cuonzo Martin never sits down, always moving. We'll have a toweling off once in a while. That's how he is at practice.
He, by the way, Tillman. He is wired up tonight, so he'll get another an extra look, or listen, if you will, at Cuonzo Martin.
He is a great fit for this program. Brought in some new faces, new bodies, new assistant coaches. They're off to a solid start.
They've adjusted to life well, I would say, without Michael Porter Jr., the number 2 player in the nation out of high school.
I thought when they traveled to Utah, didn't play well. They missed Michael Porter Jr., but I think the guys looked around for him, and then they had to realize that he's not going to be there, and hopefully is at some point this season, but they don't know that.
There he is, Porter. Played 2 minutes in the opener, and then the back flared up on him. Underwent surgery. Typically, they say about 3 to 4 months recovery time. He likes to kind of flirt with the idea here with the locals that he might be able to play again at some point this season.
Dari, it's that social media generation, isn't it?
Indeed. Look at the ball movement, and what an athletic play by Jalen Attaway.
Well, the Red Hawks came in today and at shoot-around said, we won't be intimidated. We think our quickness is as good as any in the country. Active with hands, push it to one end. Miami off to a good start.
It's the Gettle Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event at all 3 Gettle Hyundai locations. Take advantage of Hyundai Holiday Sales Event offers like new 2018 Sonatas for just $159 a month. Plus, get America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Don't miss the Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event at Gettle Hyundai of Lakewood, Gettle Hyundai of Sarasota, or Gettle Hyundai of Charlotte County.
Gettle's got it. Gettle's got it.
It's the Gettle Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event at the only luxury dealership in Charlotte County, Gettle Lincoln. Take advantage of year-end specials during the Lincoln Wish List Sales Event, like a new MKC for $299 a month or a new MKZ for $329 a month. American luxury is on sale now. Hurry to Gettle Lincoln.
Gettle's got it.
Missouri with the early 1-point lead on Miami, Ohio, as we welcome you to Mizzou Arena, Columbia, Missouri. Dari Nowkhah and John Sunvold here. You're keeping a close eye on Jordan Barnett, but I think we got a glimpse just a moment ago with this Miami team. They're going to come in with some athletes, put a little pressure on Missouri. Should be a fun one.
Yeah, again, when we talked with this squad this morning, they were confident that their backcourt could be as quick or quicker than this Missouri team. So we'll see how Missouri handles it, but this Tiger team is bigger, stronger. They'll seem to want to attack the glass and see if they can make a difference there, especially on their home court.
Chance at a 3-point opportunity here for Jalen Attaway, one of the other freshmen who gets significant playing time for the Red Hawks. You saw that athleticism on the lay-in, and he ties it at 5, so they've scored the last 5 after falling behind quickly.
Terrence Phillips in the lineup, quick minutes for him tonight. He played exceptionally well and really was a hero down the stretch in their win against Central Florida.
There's Barnett, second 3 of the game. That one will not fall. Nearly tipped back in, it looked like, by Miami, and they have the basketball.
I will say this, Dari, about Barnett. If he settles as just a jump shooter, then that's not good offensively for him.
That's not why you were looking for him tonight.
No, if he can make some jump shots, but he's got to be more aggressive in attack mode because he can't.
There you see Jontay Porter, number 11, into the game now, and then Tillman just using that big old body to create a little space.
Well, Jontay Porter's got such a good feel that when you put him in the post, he's got great hands, he sees the court, and so once he starts that ball moving after the double team, defense has to shift. So Barnett puts it right on the money. Tillman with an easy bucket.
Number 1, Terrence Phillips. You mentioned it a moment ago. Into the game now. Guy who sees his minutes reduced because of all of the incoming talent this season, but has handled it beautifully, they say. Darian Ringo can't get the shot to fall.
Coaching staff raves about how Phillips has handled it, his leadership, and it showed again in the win down the stretch. He took all the pressure away from the young guys, and he took it on himself and had game winners.
Jordan Barnett knocks in his second 3 of the day.
And you can see Miami, Ohio. They are not challenging Barnett deep. They're giving him some space.
Might that begin to change?
If he makes a couple, but again, he is under 30% from the threes. Here's Porter, and again, what Jonte does better than maybe any of the players is his patience on the block. So he waits for that double team to come. Now all of a sudden there's a skip pass, but look at the size. You got Porter at 6'10", throwing it across to a 6'7" or 6'8" Barnett, who then throws it inside to Tillman, who's at 6'10". So this is a tall squad, all capable, outside of Tillman, of shooting three-pointers too. Porter's a very good face-up shooter.
And a lot of talk coming into the season, of course, revolved around Michael Porter Jr., but it's the younger brother, Jonte, after his reclassification, came here after his junior season once the reclassification was official. Of course, he and Michael led Nathan Hale High School in Seattle to an undefeated season a year ago and a state championship at the 3A level in Washington. But Porter comes in, and he's the only Porter we see on the floor anymore. And, you know, lefty, good shooter, maybe better than most realize, relentless rebounder, becoming quite the shot-blocking presence as well. Even get out on the perimeter at times and knock a shot away.
Yeah, I like his size, but I like his patience. He plays a very poised game when he's on the floor. Coaches have confidence when he's out there.
The three-point attempt, no good. Bam Bowman. And that ball off the fingers of Cassius Robertson, the grad student from Toronto by way of Canisius after 3 seasons. How about college basketball continuing tomorrow, 8 Eastern on the SEC Network, as Florida hosts Loyola Chicago. You'll get that live on the ESPN app as well. John, what happened to Florida last night?
You know what? Florida State's very good, and Florida had one of those nights. They did not shoot it well. They didn't get up and down the floor. When they tried to put pressure and attack offensively, Florida State got back defensively. That's a good squad Leonard Hamilton has, but this Florida team's dangerous. I think one of the best in the country. That's why they're ranked 5th. Mike Krzyzewski said it's one of the best teams they'll play all season.
Missouri picks up its 3rd team foul of the first half here. Phillips has one. Purrier has one as well. Working to figure out exactly who they got on that last one. Let you know in just a moment. Could have been on 2 or 3 different players. There's Ringo to the basket.
His quickness, explosiveness. Doesn't look to score a bunch, but averages right at 8 assists a game. But you saw his quickness. Once Barnett got on him, Ringo just dominated.
It's like Jordan Geist picked up that last Missouri foul. Geist into the game at number 15 with the basketball there. Side thrown away, but off the hands of Bam Bowman, the big 6'8" sophomore. Weighing in at right around 280 pounds.
Another new player for the Red Hawks. Junior college transfer.
Into the game now, Isaiah Coleman lands. Yet another freshman from Indianapolis.
Quick. Solid defender. Learning the game again as a freshman.
And another Missouri turnover. That's been something that's been a bit of a bugaboo for the Tigers. That's 4 quick ones already here. You know, Miami, in the preseason, picked dead last in the MAC. But I think that was probably to be expected. New head coach, all of these newcomers. But the athleticism that they've shown over the course of the season to this point, they're a very confident team. They've got a little bit of veteran experience with Logan McClain in particular. I would expect that they would not be the last place team when the season's all set.
In that Eastern Division, obviously Buffalo is loaded. Western Division, we saw Western Michigan play at South Carolina. We know how good Thomas Wilder is, projected to be player of the year in the league.
Here's Purrier inside. Well defended by Bam Bowman.
What you like about defensively, if your big guy just stands their ground, make the offensive player make a tough shot. Purrier doesn't go over the top of many people. He likes to get his body in, try to draw a little contact and separation that way.
Jake Wright attempts the three. There's Bowman using that big body inside, swatted away though by Jonte Porter.
Jonte with a block shot, not surprised, averages 2 blocks a ball game. He's long, he's patient, makes for an easy one.
Missouri's blocks per game up more than twice as many as that number was a year ago. That three from Jake Wright ties it at 10.
42% shooter from threes. Jack Owens said as a coach, when Jake gets it, he's got the full green light. I expect him to take shots.
He ties the game at 10 as we've got a timeout on the floor. 10-10 ball game here at Mizzou Arena in Como.
It's Gettle's Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event, which means unbeatable year-end savings. And with Chevy's employee discount, you may never save more. Right now, get up to $15,000 off new Silverados. 15 grand off. Up to $4,500 off the all-new 2018 Equinox. Make your holidays extra special with these limited time savings on your favorite American brand. Hurry to Gettle Chevrolet.
Kettle's got it.
Wait. You wait in traffic, at the supermarket, for a table to open up. But in an emergency, minutes matter and they shouldn't be spent waiting. That's why HCA West Florida ERs have the expertise to handle the most critical emergencies fast. Last year, 75% of our patients were seen in 25 minutes or less. HCA West Florida. Why wait?
Tie game here in the early going, Mizzou Arena. Missouri's first home game in 15 days. Went and spent some time out in Orlando at the Advocare Invitational. Stayed in Orlando, got their first road win in over 3 years. Snapped a 36-game road losing streak by beating UCF. And now here they are back home facing Miami out of the Mid-America Conference. Dorinoka John Sunvold with you.
Obviously an odd schedule when you travel to Orlando to play in a tournament, you come back home and then go back to Orlando. Tough on a student athlete.
Oh, yeah, no question. I mean, there's really nothing appealing down there in Orlando.
I'm surprised the players didn't talk to the coaches. Why don't we just stay down?
I'm actually somewhat surprised they didn't, but I guess they got those class things.
But a huge road win, and you think about this team with Purrier and Phillips that were the last couple of years that were tough. When you can't win games down the stretch, we knew last year they were in a lot of ball games. Couldn't make a shot. Maybe had a turnover late. Now all of a sudden you're winning some close games. We talked to Konzo today. He said the energy that the players that were here before that have given to this program, they're excited. They've got chances to win. Even with Michael Porter Jr. out, they still have a feeling that this could be a terrific season and attack the SEC when that league starts.
Picked 5th in the league before the season started. And the losses, lost at Utah, and then lost against West Virginia in the Advocare Invitational. 2 losses you can live with. The West Virginia might be tough because of the double-digit lead the Tigers had and let get away.
Yeah, up 16 with 7 minutes to go. They didn't handle the ball, but again, you're putting some pressure on freshman Harris to try to get it done. Geist, who hasn't maybe been in that position enough to get it done.
But that defense from Harris. Ball is loose, still loose. Harris comes up with it, and now look at Barnett inside. This has been a sloppy performance, John, by the Tigers so far.
And surprising in the fact, well, they do turn it over, so it's not surprising. But there's nothing there to make that pass. Barnett, he's got a guy posted with one man in front, one man behind him. Nothing there. Got to see it.
Yeah. Isaiah Coleman-Lands picks up the foul. If I were to tell you, you match up the athletes of Missouri, against the youth of Miami, and the Red Hawks are shooting 4 for 17, would you ever believe me that the game is tied? it doesn't make sense. But again,
I believe
turnovers.
because I'm here watching.
Right.
And Missouri has not really put any interior pressure on this Red Hawk defense. Right? We talked about the size differential and the matchup problems. And Jack Owens said, well, you know what, if they attack us, it might be tough. We'll try to put as much pressure as we can on the outside and then block them off. And that's what they've done.
Puryear nearly had the friendly home roll, didn't get it. But again, another outside jump shot. The dangerous Darian Ringo stepped out of bounds. Again, Ringo, 7.9 assists a game. That is good for 6th in the nation. He's tied for 5th in the nation in steals. Good player. Jack Owens puts a lot of pressure on him to get better on a day-by-day basis because they both believe that he could be in the NBA someday. To your point, John, 2 points in the paint for Missouri so far.
They have, I think they've settled for jump shots. And they've got to take a look at Tillman inside, who's a very active offensive player. He's a good post man.
Ooh, good move, Harris.
Good pass.
But then another kick out. 3, no good from Cassius Robertson. Missouri 2 for 6 from outside, both makes by Jordan Barnett.
And Robertson, who is their best shooter, coming off the last 3 ball games, 13 of 19 beyond the three-point line. Can get hot, can get streaky, like any shooter. Very solid.
3 games of 5 made threes already this season for Cassius. Shot clock down to 6, and a foul is called. They get Blake Harris. First personal for him. Join ESPN and the V Foundation in the fight against cancer. For more information, make sure you join ESPN.com/VWeek. It's been quiet offensively for both teams. As you see Ringo with the basketball. He's already got 3 rebounds, a little behind the back pass to McLean, the senior. Kick out, corner 3, no good. Rod Mills, 6'7" senior from Cincinnati. Couldn't hit from the corner. Now inside, Puryear got it.
Nice play by Dice, little pump fake, threw the defense out. The Red Hawks on offense, Dari, what they've done well, they just haven't shot the ball well. Their spacing is good. They have kept the floor space. They allow their quickness of their ball handlers to get in the paint and then kick out for shots. They've not made a lot of shots.
Just 4 for 18. That's 22% from the floor. Are the Red Hawks. Ringo 3, make it 4 for 19.
Great block out by Barnett. This is what he can do. He can handle it, shoots it well, and if he becomes an attacker of the ball, hard to stop.
Puryear inside. So he's found opportunities in the paint. Last couple of possessions down. Nike Sabandi picks up the foul. That's his first personal and Miami's 3rd team foul.
When you look at this Miami team, when they get back defensively, obviously you have McLean at 6'9", Brown on the court at 6'7", but the rest are 6'2", 6'3", they're guards. And so when Missouri runs, Puryear ran straight to the block right in this one. So all of a sudden he's got a 6'3" guy on him, and then he went right to work. He didn't wait for the double team, went right to work. Tough matchup problem.
He hits the first free throw. Good shooter from the line, 77% coming in. It is enjoyable just covering this league and watching it closely to see guys like Kevin Puryear and Terrence Phillips get to enjoy winning, and for the first time really in their collegiate careers here at Columbia.
High quality kids. You mentioned on Media Day a year ago that you got to talk with Puryear.
Blown away by
Good
both of them. Absolutely. Mature beyond their years, both Phillips and Puryear. Wow. It's Sabandi.
Wow. That crossover.
Nike Sabandi, freshman from Indianapolis.
Now you got to make the shot, though.
Puryear keeping Missouri going here. He's got the last 6 points from the Tigers. That's 8 in the game.
And what Puryear's doing, once the ball is secured defensively, he's on a dead sprint. He's just trying to outrun the Red Hawks back, and he's getting some easy opportunities.
McLean, boy, hung in the lane a little bit, got it up over the shot-blocking Porter.
You know, Logan McLean is a guy now in his senior season that Jack Owens has really told him you can be one of the top big men in the MAC, and we expect you to be, and we want you to be. He's talented enough to do those things.
Yeah, you got a little glimpse of why. Their best shape of his life, they say, for Logan McLean. 4-point game. You're going to hear from Konzo. Wired coming up.
Fords cost less. 0% for 72. The deal of the year ends soon. Plus, we're adding clearance cash. Don't miss it. Escape 0% for 72 months. Plus $3,000 clearance cash. Fusion 0% for 72 months. Plus $3,500 clearance cash. Your 2018 truck headquarters. The 2018 F-150s are here with big discounts over $10,000. Fords cost less only at Charlotte County Ford. Incredible.
Kettle's got it. Go, go, go.
It's the Gettle Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event at Gettle Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Take advantage of last chance year-end offers during the big finish, like $10,000 off new Ram trucks. New 2018 Jeep Cherokee Limiteds are just $189 a month. But hurry, this is a time-sensitive event. Visit GettleCDJR.com.
Kettle's got it.
Turn the heat up. Let's turn the heat up, man. Push the ball. Take care of the ball, but under control, man. Turn the corner. With a big post. Take your time. Take your time. Face him up. Make a move. Let's go.
Konzo Martin Wired, year one, of course, here at Missouri. Grew up over in East St. Louis, Illinois, just across the line. Played ball in high school. Grew up with a coach that was not so much a Missouri fan, but more of an Illinois fan. Of course, Missouri and Illinois, nice border rivals. And Konzo's been right in the middle of it. His team, though, John Sunvold, just a 4-point lead despite their opposition from the MAC. Miami shooting just 5 of 21 from the floor thus far, 1 of 9 from three-point range. We welcome you into Mizzou Arena. Dari Nowkhah and John Sunvold with you on a Tuesday evening.
Missouri with 5 early turnovers, and most of them unforced, sloppy passes.
Courier continuing to try to work inside. He scored the last 6 Tiger points. Jontay Porter for 3. He can shoot it. Does not hit that one.
Scoreless in the UCF game for Jontay. Maybe one of the first times he's ever been scoreless, right?
You may very well be right. Scoreless now. The steal and the throwdown by Robertson.
Graduate transfer.
Finally on the board in this game. Three-pointer, no good. They are now 1 of 10 from outside. That was actually a long 2, I beg your pardon, by Delonte Brown. Little defense leading to offense, John.
Cassius Robertson has been a terrific addition for Konzo Martin. And we've seen this on many teams when a graduate transfer comes. Robertson played at Canisius, second team all MAC at Canisius, averaged nearly 17 a game. Solid, good shooter, mature, right, for the young players on this squad.
40% three-point shooter. He has 3 seasons there at Canisius and Buffalo. Delonte Brown got that to go. Back to a 4-point game. And another turnover, number 6 of the night for the Tigers. And here comes Darian Ringo. Ringo to this point, 1 assist, 3 turnovers. A little bit of a surprise for those who follow Miami basketball. Blaine thought about the 3. Here's Sabandi. Oh, blocked, number 2 of the night from Porter. Good look from Barnett inside for Jontay, and he'll go to the line for 2. Maybe didn't need a pump fake there.
Solid defense. They run the floor. Barnett with a terrific pass. And you're right, Jontay probably didn't need a ball fake. Not sure where the defense was, but he's got long reach. And I think it's the calmness of how Porter plays, right? He's not over anxious to do things. That helps him on the defensive end. Now he's trying to find his stroke offensively. We said scoreless last ball game. He was 0 of 3 from the field.
Believe it or not, Porter coming into this game from the free throw line, how about 18 of 20? That's 90%, but he just missed his first of the night. And an 0 for 2. That trip, as many misses as he'd had all season.
Can get in your head as a freshman. A lot of things, you know what, didn't score for a game. Now you're kind of worried about, well, is my shot gone? Is it not? Coaches always just want young players to just keep playing. More to it than that.
Yeah, well, to your point, he's gone nearly 3 full halves without a point.
And most coaches, again, Conzo would say, I'm not worried about that. He'll score. But a kid.
But he'd like to at least outscore his brother Michael, right?
Yeah, tonight he would. Young players, most of the time, you think too much.
And a 5-second call as Barnett over on the sideline, not allowing Attaway to get it in.
And Attaway had plenty of time to make the pass. Right? Just make the pass when the guy's open.
Might be what Jack Owens is trying to get across, the first-year head coach at Miami. Former player at Murray State and then Eastern Illinois. 1999 graduate. Jordan Barnett 2 for 3 from outside, and another Tiger turnover, and here comes Miami. That's 8 turnovers on the night. Inside, tough shot for Delonte Brown. Finds no rim, now a 3-on-1, and a give up to Tillman. Jordan Geis left it for him. Back to a 6-point Tiger lead.
Yeah, the missed shots by Miami has really allowed this Missouri team to get out and get easy buckets. Because in the half-court sets, Missouri, they have too many turnovers. Sloppy passing.
How about that blow-by, though, from Darian Ringo?
Boy, is he quick. Ringo is so quick.
They get Jonte Porter on an illegal screen. He's chatting it over with Brian O'Connell now. Saturday, we've got a college hoops doubleheader for you on the SEC Network. Minnesota taking on Arkansas, 6:45 Eastern. Then at 9, Missouri right back home against Green Bay. Both games also streaming live on the ESPN app. You might remember Minnesota, of course, recently played a game against Alabama. The Tide were down to 3 players for the last 10 and change. Actually outscored Richard Pitino's Gophers in that stretch.
And they did quite well, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
It says, what's it say about the other 2 that weren't on the field?
Well, that's not much.
What are you adding to it?
But I know Colin Sexton's pretty darn good.
Yeah, he is a terrific talent.
Ringo, kick out, 3, Attaway, got it. Oh, did they need that one?
I tell you what, Ringo is a kid that it is difficult to stay in front of him off the bounce. He has blown by most of the Missouri Tigers trying to stay in front of him. Great burst of speed and
fun to watch.
Direction. Yeah.
There's Cassius Robertson into the corner. Barnett. Third 3-pointer of the night for Jordan Barnett.
Good
Still want him to get inside? You okay with him living out there when he's feeling it like he is?
Hey, when it hits net, that's all good.
Look at Ringo, speed again, and a kick to an open McLean. Can't hit it, Barnett the rebound.
You would love to be a teammate of Ringo because all you have to do is spot up, he'll find you.
3, Robertson, got it. 6 quick Tiger points.
And here's the difference for a guy like Phillips, who's now more mature than he's been. As he pushed the ball, there were times he would look for himself. He knew where Robertson was, the shooter, the whole time.
Cassius is their best 3-point shooter, 44% on the night. Miami rather wants a timeout.
So when Phillips comes on the break, he knows where shooters are. He knows where guys are running. And Robertson has been the hot guy that they've had since the season started. Tigers up 7.
It's the Gettle Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event at Gettle Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. Take advantage of last chance year-end offers during the big finish, like $10,000 off new Ram trucks. New 2018 Jeep Cherokee Limiteds are just $189 a month. But hurry, this is a time-sensitive event. Visit GettleCDJR.com.
Kettle's got it. Kettle's got it.
It's the the Gettle Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event at the only luxury dealership in Charlotte County, Gettle Lincoln. Take advantage of year-end specials during the Lincoln Wish List Sales Event, like a new MKC for $299 a month or a new MKZ for $329 a month. American luxury is on sale now. Hurry to Gettle Lincoln.
Kettle's got it.
Yeah, I got them. Oh, we can talk about that a minute. PB, thank you much. You know, that's interesting what Peter just mentioned with Josh Heupel, offensive coordinator, leaving here to go coach the University of Central Florida. Dari Noka, John Sunbold with you. And I think that if you're a Missouri fan, you now have to start to ask yourself, oh, am I going to get to watch Drew Lock here in Columbia next season? 43 touchdowns, first team All-SEC quarterback. That came out today. Incredibly talented. I talked to my radio partner over on ESPN Radio, Mel Kiper Jr. He said that guy's got as good an arm talent as anybody in the country. We're talking Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen, Josh Allen at Wyoming. Drew Lock's in that category.
Yeah, and this topic of conversation around here, obviously, throughout the state and the local community. He had, think of what Missouri football did. They were 1-5.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Josh Heupel's name wasn't on anybody's list, right?
That's right. Not that I know of, but this thing came out of nowhere.
They went 6 in a row, Barry Odom, and that whole staff and those players turned it all around. One of the better teams playing in the SEC going.
And they get a great matchup.
Job. Yeah, it's going to be terrific. And there's a lot of love between Missouri and Texas from the old Big 12 game.
Isn't there love between everybody in Texas?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm an Oklahoma grad, so there's, I'm with you there. But it's a great matchup because Texas defensively is one of the worst in the country against the pass. If you're a Missouri fan, look out. Tillman inside.
Great pass to Robertson. And think of this. For Missouri in the Texas Bowl, Missouri's always been a prime spot for recruiting grounds for the Missouri,
Texas
so they're happy. Texas has, so Missouri's happy to be playing in
no doubt. Absolutely. It's a great opportunity for them. What a job Barry Odom has done. Yep. 8-0 Tiger run now.
Again, both squads, man-to-man defensively, doesn't really change.
McClain, turnaround jumper, no good. They have got to stop the bleeding right now. Missouri can get this into double digits. 3, Robertson, got it! Oh, you can see him start to feel it now.
And the value of Robertson, off the bounce, running the point position, so to speak. He can shoot it off the top of that screen.
They've made their last 6 field goal attempts. Ooh, nearly another steal from Robertson. Coleman lands inside, runs out of real estate. It'll stay with Miami.
And how quickly Adarian Ringo gets back in the line.
Mass substitutions. Ringo in, Nike Sabandi in. The big man Bam Bowman back in as well, as Jack Owens just line changed. Jonte Porter into the game for Missouri, replacing Kevin Purrier. Redhawks need a basket there. 8 for 31 in this half. Shot clock at 1. They have no idea.
You got one coach unhappy and the other side extremely happy.
Shot clock violation will do that, won't it?
Yep.
There's Cullen Van Leer into the game. Motion offense. Barnett, he's already hit 3. Make it 4.
He's a spot-up three-point shooter.
Yeah, that's what you said coming in. That's his season average right now is 12. That's what he's got. It's a 15-point lead now. There's Ringo. Can't get it to go. Tillman picks up the foul.
I watched Jordan Barnett as a senior in high school, Dari, in this building, get 43 in the state final game.
And how many rebounds?
20. Pretty good afternoon For his CBC squad out of St. Louis, they beat the local Columbia Hickman team led by Jimmy Witt, who went to Arkansas, now transferred and playing great basketball for SMU.
What is the nickname of Hickman High School here?
They are the Cupies.
The Cupies.
You texted me that today because you were driving around.
I had no idea.
And then you found the Cupid doll.
I found I did not know what a Cupid. I'm driving around. I went and grabbed lunch between shoot-arounds. I see a Cupid. I text you right away. I said, what? I think I used some other language. I said, what is a Cupid?
And then I said my kids attended the other public school, which would have been the Bruins. So they weren't Cupids.
So the Hickman High, the actual physical mascot is a Cupid doll?
That would be correct, yes. Yes. It doesn't really bring fear to an opponent.
No.
Unless you take a look at that Cupid and go, God, that's scary.
It's incredible. The things you learn driving around these towns. Robertson can't get it to go. He made his last two, but he may get another chance as Tillman gets the rebound.
You know, it's interesting. Missouri has not had an easy time of finding their guys inside. Now, whether they're not posting up well enough so that a guard can make the pass, or whether the guards are good enough to make the pass.
Van Leer, three. No.
Another shooter, but he hasn't been shooting the ball that well.
Another offensive rebound here for Missouri, too. They are working the glass. Miami knew this could be a challenge. Miami, by the way, the best rebounding team in the MAC. But this isn't the MAC. Good look inside. Tillman. And a foul on the floor. Might have gotten Ringo. Indeed, they did. That's his first personal foul. Miami's fifth as a team. Nobody's getting into the bonus in this half, it would appear. Shot clock, game clock virtually even. So Missouri can take the last shot if they choose. Robertson will go to the line.
With the ability to shoot the ball like Robertson can and does, his aggressiveness off the dribble is because guys will play him closely for that pull-up jump shot. So then his burst of speed, his confidence with the ball, protects the ball. He can get to the foul line quite a bit.
Knocks in the free throw. Missouri had been 2 for 6 before this trip at the line. He's a 77% shooter there.
And Missouri as a team is 71%. Pretty solid.
Yep.
As a team.
We'll take it. And a good 2 for 2 trip for Cassius. Largest lead of the game right now. Miami will try to chip into it just before halftime. Been a miserable shooting performance for the Red Hawks. 8 for 31 still.
Hey, Ringo, you can't stay in front of him.
Ringo got the 3. Just before the buzzer. That is a shot they needed. So as we reach the half, Jordan Barnett leading the way with 12, all on 3-pointers. He's 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. The Tigers in the half on a 16-5 run. And at the half here in Como, it's a 36-24 lead for the Tigers. As we send it down to our Charlotte studio for our halftime report, Peter Burns.
Green, get up your line, take it away, Kev, take it away. Find the body. Run, get that corner, man. Get him, Calvin, get him, Kev. Get him. That's how you run it.
You heard Conzo Martin there as we welcome you back to Columbia. Darian Oka-John Bowl 36-24. Missouri with a lead. People are confused. I checked in on Twitter. They want to know what a Cupid doll is. There it is.
There it is.
Pull up a Cupid doll.
So when they run out of the tunnel, and Cupids lead the way,
Hickman High School.
Yeah, that could be an intimidating force, couldn't it?
Now everybody knows. All right, we talked before the game about Jordan Barnett. You wanted to watch him. He's had a big first half, but maybe not in the way that you envision.
You know, he can do a lot of things. Tonight, he's a jump shooter. And at times, I think coaches get frustrated that he's a jump shooter, but he's 4 of 5 deep. And he's comfortable at 6'7", that they can't get to his shot. And when he does things like this, all of a sudden, he's stretching the defense. So that will open up the middle, but he's got 6 rebounds to go with it. And when you think of, we talked about leadership from a veteran player, grad transfer, Cassius Robertson, we know he can shoot it. Defensively, he's had good assists, 10 points, 3 assists, and what he does best when he runs that point, you go under the screen, he'll make you pay.
Missouri opens half number 2 with a 12-point lead. Big advantage shooting the basketball in the first half. They hit 54% of their shots to the Red Hawks, 28%. As Miami was cold virtually all 20 minutes.
Tigers with 9 turnovers. They've got to correct that.
Jordan Barnett can't hit the 3, but a 4th offensive rebound of the game for Mizzou. Keeps it on that end of the court. Quick whistle, and it looks like they might. Well, they got Logan McLean inside, his 2nd personal foul. You know, we talked a lot about Darian Ringo, number 12, the point guard, but to this point for Miami, 2 assists, 4 turnovers. Does have 9 points. But it has been a struggle for the Red Hawks. There's Jeremiah Tillman.
Interesting talking to Konzo this morning or this afternoon, and he talked about Tillman's motor, how high it runs, the energy every day. He's got a lot to learn. He's prone to be in foul trouble most every game. Usual for a big man defensively their freshman year. They've got to learn to move their feet a little more than they did in high school.
He did mention he loves the energy, though, that he brings, as well as Terrence Phillips. Yep. Said Puryear's coming, kind of gaining that as well on a daily basis.
He said, you know, the great comment was when we're down in practice, if it's kind of a sluggish, he said, you know, Phillips turns it right around. I mean, all of a sudden the energy's high and Tillman brings the same thing.
And I think that's most impressive of Phillips. I mean, he's seen his minutes dwindle significantly now with all of the new additions, yet the attitude has not.
Well, you go from starting every game as a freshman, right? And last year he started most of them, 3/4 of the game, averaging 28 minutes. Now this year, 13 minutes. It says a lot. It's the most difficult thing to do in sports when you think you should be out there. And then now you've got to accept a different role. And now some nights, like it was at Central Florida, he was in down the stretch and he made the plays. And the only way you can do that is to be engaged every day and be in the game. And he is one of the best guys on the bench, like he did there, first guy up when the guy comes out.
Yep. There's a lot to be said for that, because that's not easy for a 20, 21-year-old guy to accept that role.
Very difficult. You see it in the pro ranks. Very difficult. Guys don't handle it well. But what it says about Terrence as a person, it sets him up really for what life's all about, right?
No doubt. No doubt. Baseline jump shot good. Delonte Brown.
Another one of those freshmen starting, getting a lot of minutes.
4 points on the evening for Brown.
Such a challenge for freshmen when they play a lot of minutes at a Division I level. Because you're playing against, if you're going against juniors and seniors that have been at it, been through the wars. I know all the freshmen, the one and done, great pass, good cut. All the one and done guys get a lot of attention. And most of that attention is based on their skill set, right?
Sure.
Not necessarily what they've done yet at the collegiate level.
That basket from Puryear, the nice feed from Reed Nico. Haven't called his name until now.
You know, the coaching staff said that Nico will be the guy when it's all said and done in the next couple of years that will surprise a lot of people.
He had a good run to the paint, but ball off with his foot.
They like his work ethic. They like his hands.
Grab that rebound. He's down there now with the senior McLean on him. Comes out, sets a pick, does Nico. That's the second consecutive possession Robertson has thrown it off of the foot or the leg of a defender on a pick and roll with Nico heading harmlessly to the basket.
If you've got a 7-footer rolling, either the bounce pass, it better be extremely firm so that it comes up top, or you throw it up high. There's a good pass from Nico on the cut by Puryear. But if I'm going in and there's a double team, just get the ball up in the air so that's over the top so that a 7-footer can put his arms up. Don't make your big guys bend over unless that bounce pass gets him right almost to the chest, which is very difficult.
Miami comes out as cold as they went in to the first half locker room.
Good hesitation. Robertson is a really good quick release guy, so he can lift the ball quickly, get guys off their feet.
Jonte Porter.
Nice move. That's with his right hand. He is a extremely talented left-handed player. Made that shot with his right hand.
And now Johnny got the biggest lead of the game at 16. Ringo.
Off of Tillman's head, I believe.
Is that what that is?
I think it got him in the forehead. Hope he's okay.
Seems to be fine. Yeah, he's good.
Good vision by Geist as he came up the floor.
And the lead is 18. And it's running away from the Red Hawks right now. And a timeout.
Well, defensively, Missouri has turned it up a notch, and when they've gotten the ball, they've run the floor. Geist, head up, eyes up. Tillman with an easy finish. Tigers on a run.
It's Gettle's Red Ribbon Holiday Sales Event, which means unbeatable year-end savings. And with Chevy's employee discount, you may never save more. Right now, get up to $15,000 off new Silverados. $15,000 off. Up to $4,500 off the all-new 2018 Equinox. Make your holidays extra special with these limited time savings on your favorite American brand. Hurry to Gettle Chevrolet.
Gettle's got it.
Welcome to your new career. You can be who you are while turning your passion into a profession. Step into the beauty and wellness industry by stepping into Sun State Academy. With our 3-day-a-week schedule and night and weekend options, it's easy to imagine yourself doing this or this and that for a living. We see you doing big things in the beauty and wellness industry, so let's talk. Give us a call at 239-330-1154 and check us out at sunstate.edu.
Join ESPN and the V Foundation in the fight against cancer. For more information, visit ESPN.com/VWeek. Dory Noka and John Sunvold here in Columbia, Missouri. It's all Tigers as they've exploded to an 18-point lead, their largest of the game. Miami, Ohio has come out 1 for 7 in the first half, and they cannot buy a bucket. John, Missouri has been a difficult presence inside for the Red Hawks, and it reflects that in the score at this point, 44-26.
There are not many opportunities for the Red Hawks around the rim when they attack because of the size of Missouri. So if you're not and you're kicking out and not making jump shots, it is a difficult task at hand. You've got to start making shots. That was challenged, really tough bucket because you had a hand to the face.
Delonte Brown out of the timeout.
I can see where Jack Owens is excited about his young Miami Red Hawk team, right? They're quick. They've got good athletes.
You're not going to see this size in the map.
Right.
Tillman, free throw line jumper, no good.
But you take a lead guard like Ringo, that is so difficult to guard off the bounce. Good cut, good help defensively.
Haven't heard much of this guy's name, Jalen Attaway, but they love the athleticism. The most athletic player on the team. And look at Missouri running.
I am telling you, there are not many 6'10 guys that run that can catch and finish that in one motion.
And that young man, the freshman, has 12 points to go with 8 rebounds. How about a steal from Jonte Porter? Fancy through the legs, double teamed, and draws a foul. And they get Delonte Brown on that one. The lead is 16 for Missouri. Porter doing it at that defensive end.
Dinner with friends, gotta bring some food. Not a great cook, but don't wanna be rude.
Holiday lights are the perfect touch. May have done just a bit too much.
Get on the Holiday Road in Honda City. See your dealer for great holiday deals during the Happy Honda Days sales event.
Let Hanush Jewelers help you find the perfect diamond for any occasion. A friendship ring for a budding relationship. An engagement ring symbolizing the start of your new family. Or an anniversary ring to celebrate a lifetime of memories. Hanush has the right diamond for you. With their outstanding customer service and wide selection of jewelry, you're sure to find the perfect fit. Hanush Jewelers, a family business you can trust for all your jewelry needs.
Jeremiah Tillman, 6'10", from East St. Louis, same hometown as his head coach Gonzo Martin. John Sunvolt, he's showing us why he was so highly recruited.
Yeah, 6'10", 250, versatile, strong, athletic, can catch, can finish, can run. Obviously, we've talked about it. The key is to keep him on the floor without foul trouble. But the upside for this young man, wow. I mean, it's fun to watch him play, how aggressive he is, how he attacks, how mobile.
Yeah, I'm talking this week in Charlotte to Paul Biancardi, who does all of the, or most of the Recruiting Nation assessments for ESPN. And he was telling me about this young man, how athletic he is, how skilled he is, and can only become more skilled. But number 48 player, according to ESPN, coming out of high school. Number 1 in the state of Illinois, Jeremiah Tillman.
Dropped about 10 pounds since he got here in the summer, started working out with the weight coach.
Great work ethic. Maybe of all the freshmen, he may have the best work ethic. Great on-court communicator, something else they love about him. Not afraid to be a vocal leader. We'll get a little rest here as we come out of the timeout. He's got 12, as does Jordan Barnett, to lead the way for the Tigers, who have 4 starters in double figures. I think a moment ago I said 8 rebounds for Tillman. He's got 5 rebounds. Barnett's got the 8. Blake Harris back into the game at point for Mizzou. Pull up and go.
And that's his first field goal attempt of the night.
Freshman from Chapel Hill, North Carolina. They play any basketball that way?
They've had a couple good teams out there, I think.
Maybe a player or two that has done something in the league.
Yeah, I think so. Don't always remember their names.
Sometimes they only need one name.
Or the number he wore.
Oh, good block out there on the perimeter by Cassius Robertson. Clean all ball. They can get it to a 20-point lead or more. Harris got it. It's a long 2, and it is a 20-point edge.
So, Dar, let's go back. In the first half, we talked about Harris. You're learning a position. Your coach kind of pulls you in and out. He's the lead guard. What happens with most point guards when you're first starting to play for a coach is you almost start thinking too much. It just becomes, it's not natural. You just got to get the flow of it. I think this young man, watching his base defensively, he's got great feet laterally. He makes good decisions on the offensive end. They're still trying to clean all that up, but that's an ongoing thing. Till you graduate, that's an ongoing thing. You saw the couple moves he made, jump shots. So now what you slowly see is just play, right? Can the good plays come through by just playing? And can you recognize what your teammates do? Because that's what, as a lead guard, you need to know how good your teammates are and what position on the floor they need the ball.
Shot clock winding down. McLean throws it up, no good. And that's, I would imagine, John, as we're back inside now, is Missouri for Puryear. I would imagine in a situation like for Harris or any young player, but especially at the point, the opportunities in games like this against opposition that you are just simply much better than or should be are the best opportunities for really to get him to learn. Before we get into January, before you start seeing the Kentuckys and the Arkansas and the Texas A&Ms and the Floridas of the SEC, you really want to maximize these opportunities.
Yeah, but the great challenge, what people miss a little bit, is if you take 6, let's go 6'4" and under.
Okay.
There's a world of great, quick talent at 6'4" and under. So even when you show up today and you're going to play Miami, Ohio, right? Well, Darian Ringo is as quick as we're going to see this year, right? Quick and so even a freshman guard like Harris is going, wow. I mean, there are many players at that undersized, let's say, that every night in, night out, it's a challenge.
No, that's a great point. In every conference in America, as we look out, about had Harris in our lap.
Whew. Good hustle.
Yep.
Good response from the crowd.
Two good players there, Harris and Ringo. Ringo standing over here by us, trying to get his teammates where he needs them.
The other part, when you watch Ringo handle the ball, his base is so good, so quick. Ball's low to the ground, he can go either way. That's why the crossover is so good.
He just keeps running into the trees. That's an impossible shot.
And there's the decision that's not a good one.
Yeah, that will drive Konzo nuts.
Trying to make a play that's not there.
Rod Mills. I mean, every single thing is contested. They are now 12 of 45 on the night. Harris, a little extra step for the freshman.
Timeout on the floor.
But the game appears to be well in hand. Missouri defensively putting the clamps on the Redhawks. It's a 22-point lead.
The Boathouse, Southwest Florida's premier full-service boat dealer with locations in Naples, Cape Coral, and Port Charlotte, stands ready to meet all of your boating needs. Whether you're looking for a 16-foot skiff or a 35-foot offshore fishing boat, come check out the 150 boats we have in stock. The Boathouse also has factory-authorized service for almost every brand of outboard or IO and a huge selection of OEM and aftermarket parts. Come visit one of our great locations today and let us show you why life is better with a boat.
Here at Waste Management, we know our employees are our most important resource.
Teamwork and communication are keys to success, whether we're taking care of our community, our environment, or our families.
That's why we believe we can drive a game-changing movement to end poverty right here at home by supporting the local United Way of Charlotte County.
We need you on our team. Join the Game Changers. Together, we will eliminate poverty.
College basketball continues tomorrow at 8 Eastern on the SEC Network as Loyola Chicago visits the O-Dome. Exactech Arena in Gainesville take on the Florida Gators. You can also see that live on the ESPN app. It's Mike White's team coming off the loss against Florida State. Dari Nowkhah, John Sunvold. A lot of talk a moment ago, John, about the freshman point guard Blake Harris out of Chapel Hill. We've seen some good and we've seen some learning opportunities.
Yeah, he has started the last 5. Good genes, as Dan Bernardo was in the NFL for 8 seasons, won a Super Bowl with the Packers. And you know what I like? Again, I just think he's got a solid base. And I say that it's not flimsy, right? Everything's pretty solid defensively. He's got great feet, good patience, can shoot it. He's had to chase Ringo tonight, which, again, is not easy. It's for my first time I've seen Ringo play. It's going to be a challenge for anybody to play against Ringo. Solid night, learning session, night in, night out when you play for a coach like Konzo Martin.
They've done a good job. Missouri has defending Ringo. How have they done it?
Well, they've tried to stay in front of him, but when he gets inside, they surround him, the kickouts, and when you're not shooting the ball well outside, his teammates aren't, tough to match up, and this isn't necessarily Ringo's game that he wants to shoot it, but he's had to tonight.
Ringo there did hit a 3 with 0.7 of a second to go in double overtime Saturday to beat Western Illinois on the road. And not a big-time score for this team, but that was a monster shot for Darian Ringo. 3 for Porter won't go.
Here's what's interesting for Jontay Porter. He has had a couple 3 attempts, but the scouting report is already there. The defenders are quickly getting to him, so the release is more quickly than it's been in the past, where they didn't know him and he kind of had open threes. Now they're challenged. So he's going to have to either move off the space a little bit or shot fake.
He's a 37% shooter out there. Rod Mills a moment ago with the Miami jump. Miami 8-34 all-time against teams currently in the Southeastern Conference. Purrier. Stopped the 5-0 Red Hawk run. You know, these two teams met 1 year ago tomorrow for the first time ever. Missouri a 26-point winner, 81-55. In that game, the Tigers had all of 6 turnovers. It's that kind of taking care of the basketball that Cuonzo Martin's been looking for from this year's Tiger team.
And Purrier was good in that game. He had 19 points, 8 rebounds. Tonight he's got 14 points, 5 of 7 from the field. Solid night, 5 rebounds. Consistent is what a coach asked for from upperclassmen. And I think Cuonzo, well, he said it to us today. He said Purrier's been great to coach. Works hard, very excited to be on a team that's got a chance to compete in the SEC. Winning is much more fun than what they've been through.
You know what he wants to do after basketball's over?
Take my job.
He wants to do what we do. You better believe it.
Good for him. Then that 5 a.m. flight you're on tomorrow?
Yeah.
You mentioned all those?
Get used to it. It'll be my first experience out of Columbia Regional. Is that what you call the airport? Oh, look at this. Ball control and the move to the basket by Cassius Robertson.
Well, at that time in the morning, you won't have a lot of traffic.
No. Here you go. Watch Cassius Robertson, the grad student from Toronto.
So not just a jump shooter. Off the floor, a little hesitation going one way. Stayed with it. Easy finish. Valuable to have a number of scores on the offensive end.
Comes over after 3 years at Canisius. Again, he was a 40% three-point shooter in his career there. Cullen Van Leer off the floor. Jordan Barnett back into the game for the Tigers.
Nice pass.
Yep. McClain got it.
Beautiful find, and not surprising that Ringo takes the ball out of bounds. Leading assist guy finds the guys who cut to the basket.
Just 4 points for McClain, who averages 12 a game. Their other leading scorer, Nike Sabandi, averages 13. Sabandi just 2 points on 1 of 8 shooting as Missouri throws it away there. Maybe channeling his inner Drew Lock, just less accurate.
Drew can spin it pretty good.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah,
He's
really
He's got some guys to throw it to as well. Just diving back into that matchup with Texas. Texas is about 104th or 105th in the nation against the pass. If you're Tom Herman in Texas, you saw that matchup and said, "Oh no."
So that's entertainment going to be watching, right?
It should be. That should be highly watchable, particularly if you're a Missouri fan. Locke's got 43 touchdowns.
Nice pass.
Maybe he'll end up with 50.
How do you really feel about it?
Well, the matchup favors Missouri. Let's just say that is. Yeah, Blake Harris, the freshman, couldn't quite get control of that one. And there you see it, 9 Eastern on the 27th of December on ESPN, Missouri and Texas. I mean, Barry Odom did one of the best coaching jobs in this league this season.
Well, when you saw the first, I'm going to go the first 4 games.
Yeah. Let's go to Purdue. The Purdue. You don't even need any more than that. I mean, that was. Logan McClain walks with the basketball.
And then fast forward to the end of the year where they just dominated.
They could very well end the season on a 7-game win streak. The 6 right now is the longest in the league. Somebody asked you who would have the longest win streak in the SEC at the end of the year, you would not have said Missouri. Wholesale changes for Miami.
And I would think the tough part of bowl games for players and coaches, especially coaches, because they think about it all the time. Players aren't thinking about it. Is the month in between now and when you play, right?
I would think so, yeah.
I mean, coaches love all that, the practice and stuff.
Jordan Barnett, another 3.
Spot him up.
He says, Sunvold, you're going to talk about me getting inside. I'm going to bury 5 threes on you.
Oh, fool's gold, son. Fool's gold.
He's a 27% shooter from out there, but on this night, he's 5 of 8.
I want him to get a breakaway, Dari, and you can see his athletic ability. He will bring the crowd to their feet. That's how talented he is.
It's a difficult, if not impossible, shot, but a nice follow by Jalen Attaway.
Attaway has that quickness off his feet and an elevation level.
Thought we might get a look at it. A lot of talk about the combo from Ringo to Attaway on breaks. We saw the elevation early on the three-point play, but kind of was hoping to see him throw one down a bit.
Fans on your feet. It's time for Missouri Wolves.
Well, some guys should be just known as a three-point shooter. And Barnett tonight, partner, spot it up, knock it in, look over at me and go, this is what I do best. Shut up.
St. Lucy's is the local leader in cataract surgery. We provide the most advanced laser-guided premium lens implants available. We are proud to promote freedom from glasses, yet it is our emergency care, our cosmetic eyelid surgery, and our success with glaucoma, macula, and diabetes that drive us to be your eye care experts. 8 doctors dedicated to excellence. 72 staff members with honesty and compassion, all under one roof. Experience the total eye care of Community Eye Center and St. Lucy's Eye Surgery Center. What is total eye care? It's 8 of the nation's best providers, all under one roof.
Dry eye treatment and preventative eye care.
Macular degeneration and all retinal diseases.
Diabetic eye exams. Eyelid and cosmetic surgery.
Contact lenses and glasses. Emergency eye care 24/7.
We are not just cataract surgery.
We are total eye care.
Experience the total eye care of Community Eye Center and St. Lucy's Eye Surgery Center.
See us.
See better.
You in here? Go. Rolling. Good. That's pistol! I'll take what they give. Pop up, top. To now attack. There, come on. Snaking. Good, Cat. Woo!
Was that the Nature Boy? Was that
Yes, it was. Yes, exactly. That's well done. How about this line from Jordan Barnett? 5 of 8 from the floor, 5 of 7 from 3. That's pretty much what you had imagined when you said, we should focus on him tonight.
I thought on the opening, I said, if he doesn't settle for that 3. Maybe I said he should settle for that 3.
5 made threes, ties his career high. Look at the elevation on the 3 from Sabandi. Where's that been?
Wow.
Can't get free. Nike.
And even that shot was challenged. Hand in the face. His elevation was just better.
It is not lost on me that he is a Nike at an Adidas school. 3 from the corner, no good. Nike Sabandi, freshman, Indianapolis, 6'3". And he says, I'm going to try my best to get us back in this game. Sabandi again, 5 in a row. They're so young, It's like Kewpie babies everywhere.
Goes on landing number 1, Nike Sabandi, the second.
Saturday. College hoops for you. Doubleheader on the network. Minnesota taking on the Razorbacks, 6:45 Eastern. And then at 9 Eastern, Green Bay and Missouri. You can see them both on the ESPN app. You going to be in Bud Walton for that one?
I will be here.
Oh, you'll be here for that one?
I'm hoping Aaron Rodgers comes.
Yeah. Yes.
I do like that Arkansas team.
You do, yeah. They look
well, their guards are terrific. They've got to get, obviously, they've got new faces inside. Mike's got a good team.
Yeah. Barford Bacon, good guard play for sure, or veterans, leadership, seniors.
Guys that looked at the league last year in the summer, put their names in to take a look.
Yep, they did. Both
got the information back and decided to come back. Smart move.
I'm told Matt Schick and Pat Bradley will have the call.
Yeah, good.
Minnesota and
the
Arkansas.
shooter, Pat Bradley.
The shooter.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to use his R's.
He's a treat. He is a treat.
Oh, he is hilarious. And he is high energy on and off the air. Look at Nike's Sabandi for the long two. He is, Pat Bradley is nothing but energy.
A little bit of passion when he talks basketball, which is fun to see.
There's your buddy Barnett, missed the three. He tried for a new career high from outside with what would have been his 6th. He settled. You know, he actually got the basketball in the corner, John, and had plenty of room to drive into closer to the paint, but chose to sit and stand and shoot. And now he's off the floor. You have something you want to say here.
I would have loved to have seen about a 2-bounce tomahawk over about 3 guys. Because I know he has that in.
Well, that's what you sold us before this game.
I know.
Miami on a 9.
Can I walk over there and tell the kid that, hey,
go,
just give me one.
I'm good. I don't think Konza was happy with the shot selection. I think he's more aligned with your thinking. Shot clock down inside 5. Look at this play. Wow, there's Darian Ringo. That's an 11-0 Red Hawk run.
So here's what's interesting about Ringo. He can get the ball where he wants to get the ball almost every possession. Now, he might get covered up, but it's very difficult to keep him out of the paint or away from where he wants to get it. Now Missouri has to have an answer.
Is the answer Cassius Robertson? It is. Stops the run with a 3 of his own.
Nice pass by Puryear to be patient, get the double team, and then kick it across.
How about 3 Tigers with 15? Robertson 15, Puryear 15, Barnett 15. And now they're running.
Same spot. Huge smile on Robertson's face. Most shooters, if you've made one from one spot, you get the same shot. Oh.
You know, the scouting report is he loves the right wing. He's been happy over on the left side. Sabandi. Nice look. No good. That's Precious Ayala in the game. Sabandi, no. Another chance. How about that hustle from Blake Harris in the corner. Harris ahead. Puryear. Oh, it was knocked away by Ayala, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, that's the play. Terrific by Harris. Defensively, comes up with a loose ball.
Crowd appreciates the effort. The block that was from Tillman, too.
Yep. Here's the takeaway, and then really to keep your head up, keep your eyes up. Hadn't been an easy night for Harris. A couple turnovers here or there. We've seen what Puryear likes to do. He is a dead sprinter to the other end.
And he's been able to get away with that and scored some easy baskets tonight. That free throw number 6, point number 16. That's a game high tonight. Boy, it gets dead silent in this building.
Almost would make you nervous as a shooter.
I would almost prefer just go about your business.
Yeah, that's how I would prefer it. Or did prefer it.
Yeah. You can use the word did. I can use the word would.
Yeah. Or you might now. I don't know. You playing a church league or something?
Well, in my house with 3 kids, any quiet's good quiet.
There you go. But you don't get that, I'm sure.
No. Shot clock at 10 now for Missouri. Harris kind of got caught, no man's land. Eventually found Kevin Puryear, who's got 20.
Yep, good find. Looked like he got stuck, but kick out.
Missouri this half, John, 60% from the floor, 12 of 20, 4 of 9 from outside. Caught in traffic with nowhere to go, Delonte Brown. in the lead. It's back to 20, and Missouri is well on their way to a 7th win of the season.
Harris looked like he got caught, but he didn't. Knew where his teammates were, where they...
What is Total Eye Care? It's 8 of the nation's best providers, all under one roof.
Dry eye treatment and preventative eye care.
Macular degeneration and all retinal diseases.
Diabetic eye exams. Eyelid and cosmetic surgery.
Contact lenses and glasses. Emergency eye care 24/7.
We are not just cataract surgery.
We are Total Eye Care.
Experience the Total Eye Care of Community Eye Center and St. Lucy's Eye Surgery Center.
See us.
See better.
St. Lucy's is the local leader in cataract surgery. We provide the most advanced laser-guided premium lens implants available. We are proud to promote freedom from glasses, yet it is our emergency care, our cosmetic eyelid surgery, and our success with glaucoma, macula, and diabetes that drive us to be your eye care experts. 8 doctors dedicated to excellence, 72 staff members with honesty and compassion, all under one roof. Experience the Total Eye Care of Community Eye Center and St. Lucy's Eye Surgery Center.
Talk Aggies. All right, PB, thank you much. John Sunvold, how about Texas A&M?
Oh, well, you know what? It's a veteran team. They really, the guys have been around. And they've got shooters. They've got power inside with Williams and Tyler Davis. They're well coached defensively. They are going to have a terrific year.
Want to see more, too, J.J. Caldwell, as he gets, more integrated into that lineup.
Yeah.
They seem very complete, without a doubt. And you love that from the league. Missouri looks like an NCAA tournament team now, even without Michael Porter.
Right.
A&M, Florida, Kentucky. Slow start for them, but they're still growing.
And look what Tennessee's doing.
Tennessee, very impressive. Arkansas.
Good.
The league's certainly strong.
Georgia
as well, yeah. Under 3 to go. Robertson tried to find Tillman, could not. There's Attaway, chance at a 3-point play for the athletic freshman. All right, let's look at the preseason poll, see how what we think now. Still less than a month into this thing, but take a look at it and compare it. Missouri, of course, picked 5th. Kentucky right now does not look number 1, but they're young, growing into this thing. Anything surprise you to Vandy? Yeah.
Well, I think Vanderbilt's disappointed, but they're not shooting the ball well. I think they will. I do know the Auburn team is exceptionally talented, right? Offensively, they can do a lot of things. They will beat a lot of people.
Yep. But you see that Tennessee was picked 13th.
Wow.
I think at some point we're going to have to just give credit that Rick Barnes can coach a little.
Yeah, he can. He's won a lot of games.
He has.
A lot of places with different players, different personnel, different styles he's had to play.
Tillman. McClain on him. Nice little reversal, but Jeremiah couldn't finish the play. And another rebound now for Darian Ringo.
Good reversal. What you would hope for Tillman is when you reverse it, then gather yourself. And then be powerful. And
spun out of control a little bit.
Yeah. It was a good reversal. Just then gather yourself.
We will not be seeing these last 2 minutes on any how to play basketball highlight reels at any point. It's gotten ugly.
They somehow show up on a coach's film.
Yeah, they will. It doesn't disappear forever.
A player thinks, well, maybe they won't do any of that.
Cullen Van Leer's picked up his 3rd foul. This is a young man who is really battling it right now. Cullen Van Leer hasn't made a free throw yet this season. 0 for 6 at the line, which is odd to see. Confidence has become a bit of an issue. He's in a funk. How do you get him out of this? Because he can help your basketball team. He's a good player. He's a good shooter. Plays hard. How do you get him into this thing?
Yeah, he is a right place, right time kind of player, right? Defensively, always in the right areas, how to do it. When he's in a game offensively, he's got to make jump shots. Last year, 84% free throw shooter, 0 of 6 this year. So a lot of times they come one at a time, which isn't easy, even though it sounds easy. But sometimes you just get, the front end of a 1-and-1, and you miss that first one, and you start thinking too much. Honestly, what happens when coaches start thinking, how do we get them? You have to get yourself out of it. You got to show up every day. You go to work. You put in the hours, put in the time, and when the game comes, free your mind, just play, right? You just have to play.
Shot clock down to 5 here. Missouri's 7th win. Less than a minute from happening here. Darian Ringo hit by Harris. Had to call something there without question. Darian Ringo, a lot of talk about him coming in. He does have 14 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 6 turnovers. That won't be something he's going to be happy with. But again, he's playing a good physical basketball team. Good size on this Missouri squad. But again, he will not see much in the MAC.
He will be a load for the MAC to try to contain. Little matchup zone.
A little hard on the 3. And at this point, looks like they're going to close up shop right in that 30 to 32% field goal range. They're 33 actually right now. They've hit just 5 of their 23 from downtown. And for Missouri, John, they've shot well. They've defended well. What's the overall takeaway from the Tigers?
Well, I think solid on the defensive end. I mean, offensively fine, but I think Konzo and his staff looks at the defensively. How are we doing right now? I would say the downside, the turnovers, kind of unforced errors, right? Silly errors, throwing into double teams, leaving your feet, making a pass. Those kind of things lose you games in conference play. But the rebounding, the size, defensively they challenge shooters. They've been good so far this season.
17 turnovers on the night for the Tigers.
Yeah, most coaches, Dari, would it's progression, right? Game by game, day by day. We got young players trying to get them to understand and learn. That point position, that lead position will be a key for this team. They did not handle the pressure well against West Virginia down the stretch. And they'll always be called upon by this coaching staff is who's the guy at the right time that can lead the squad when we need it, especially when we need a bucket.
They'd love to have that West Virginia game back. 16-point lead the way they did. The other game, Utah's a surprisingly good basketball team, and that was one Konzo made no bones about it. Utah's a good team, and they just flat beat them. As we are ticking down the final 10 seconds in Columbia, as Missouri going to let it tick away 70 to 51 as they move to 7-2 on the season. A perfect 4-0 at home, as you see the 2 former Purdue assistants, Konzo Martin and Jack Owens, greet one another. John, it's time now for our Good Hands play, brought to you by Allstate.
Well, when guys come in the game and you're thinking about what they need to do, a guy like Jordan Geis has to be solid defensively, and on the offensive end, if he's open, make a shot. Tonight, he delivered the basketball at the right time to the right players. 4 assists, made good passes, was patient enough. When you get your minutes, any coach will ask, hey, just give us a solid effort and do what you can do. Jordan Geis did that tonight.
Brent, it's been a pleasure. Second game in a different Columbia so far this
I enjoyed it.
70 to 51 is indeed the final. SEC Now coming up next. For John Sundvold and our entire SEC Network crew, I'm Dari Anoka. As we'll be back with more from Columbia, Missouri. Now let's send it to our Charlotte studio.
Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. The Missouri Coalition for Roadway Safety reminds you to buckle up and arrive alive. On behalf of Mizzou Athletics, thank you for coming, and please drive home safely.